Okay, so after the 08-09 season, we're going to get into the 09-10 season with Kobe Bryant. And again, it's going to be another championship run for them. So I guess we're just going to look back at the highlights and marvel at the great Kobe Bryant. I'm sure Dario will do a lot of that for us.
Yes. Yes. I'm jizzing right now.
All right. Do you still think
Okay.
So my question for you is, during his last championship run, do you think he was still the best player in the league?
Yeah,
Definitively.
100%.
Okay. Well, just for the sake of looking, let's take a look at our MVPs. We got LeBron,
Mhm.
29, 7, and 8. Right?
Mhm.
What happened to him?
7 and 9. 37 and 9. We could do that. We give LeBron all his props.
But I want to see what
still
happened
let
in the
him know.
playoffs. I want to see what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. Just
Because this is kind of important, and it's something that I've learned.
yeah.
It's a revelation.
The regular season is one thing. Is that, but in the playoffs he wilded out. I'm pretty sure too.
Pretty much the same numbers though. A little bit less on the points end, but I'm not nitpicking too much.
Yeah.
He's got relatively the same numbers, right?
Yeah.
So then, let's go back. We got Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City. 30 a game at 21 years old. God
damn.
Yeah. Let's see what happened. Did they even make the playoffs?
Yeah.
They must have. Right?
They got bumped by Kobe. First round. 6 games.
We'll have to look in. We're going to look into that series in a minute.
Yeah.
But I just want to see what Kevin Durant did in that playoffs. His numbers went down drastically. Right?
Yeah. I mean, he was going against the defending champ, so
he shot 35% from the field. Who was guarding him?
Ron Artest.
Ah,
yeah.
Just I was making positive. I just had to be positive. I wasn't sure whether it was Kobe or Ron.
Yeah. No, especially at that point, that's why they picked up like Ron Artest, Trevor Ariza. They wanted to have defenders so that Kobe didn't have to do both sides. It's kind of what they did. They were trying to do with LeBron this year too.
So let's go with Kobe. Kobe 27, 5 and 5, right? Third in MVP voting.
27, 5 and 5. Yeah.
We go to playoffs. His numbers go up. 29, 6 and 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5.
His numbers go up. He's the only guy on that list out of the 3 guys whose numbers either stay the same or go down. His numbers went up.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get very skeptical about MVPs in the way they're judged.
Thank you.
Especially because, and also we need
that's
a playoff
how I feel
MVP.
all the time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because that one matters way more. Because
like, when we get to the playoffs here, right?
Isn't the playoff MVP just the finals MVP?
No.
Why
because
not?
because think about Kareem would have won the finals MVP in 1980 if it would have been a playoff thing, because he was the best on that team during the whole playoffs.
And there's cases like 2015 LeBron is the playoff MVP despite Warriors winning the championship.
Yeah, exactly. That's 100% true. Yeah.
There's a couple of those that stand out. Allen Iverson, even though the Lakers won, although you could make the case for Shaq also. But like just guys that stand out that didn't necessarily win. Like either way, I think the playoffs MVP should count, because what if like you're in 2007, right? And Tim Duncan is leading the team, and Tim Duncan is leading the team.
Yeah.
And Tony Parker has an amazing series.
07, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But he should be like Duncan should probably be the playoffs MVP.
But how would we be basing that off of though? Like do you have to at least get to the conference finals? Like is there, because Luka could have looked like the playoff MVP this year, but he didn't even pass the first round. You know what I mean? So it's like, does it have to be a winner, or does it have to be someone who went to at least the conference finals? Like, I think that's why they probably don't want to touch on that.
I feel like it'll end up being that way. Like the same way where usually if you have to place 1, 2, or 3 to be an MVP. Hey, that rhymes. Usually, you have to place 1, 2, or 3 to win that award. I feel like the same thing would occur with the playoff MVP. But anyways,
yeah,
Kobe didn't really do great in that series either.
yeah.
Powell dominated them,
Mm-hmm.
18-12. So that's interesting.
Durant was a real problem. Like I'm actually surprised Durant shot 35.
But
like
Durant, yeah,
the
well,
stats
Ron fucked them up. How many
Huh?
minutes? How many minutes per game did Ron play? Oh, Meta. Excuse me. He was clearly Meta.
Yeah. I thought you said LeBron. I was like, what?
30,
Yeah,
Meta's playing 37 minutes a game,
yeah.
right?
That's funny. The first round, like we were looking.
He's shooting like shit, but he's doing his job on KD.
It's crazy because when watching that, you did not feel like that at all.
Really?
Yeah, like when I was watching that, I was feeling like KD was killing him all the time. And it's funny to just. That's why. I mean, I say it all the time, but literally, it feels like stats just lie, man. Because it's like what I'm seeing versus what it's saying is like not the same, and it's like I'm watching it. Like you gotta, like I don't know.
So we'll go to it.
Because I remember, every single shot KD put up, I felt like it was going in all the time.
I just feel like your heart lies to you more than the numbers do. That's my opinion.
My heart?
Yeah, your heart lies to you pretty often.
The whole thing, like, think about it. Like, when you say, like, we're going to talk about Kobe's 60-point game later, but, like, when you talk about 44% from the from the field, like, literally in his 60-point game, it's him making 3 more shots to make it 50%.
Yeah, but that's a completely different context.
What do you mean?
That game in comparison to these games don't matter at all.
No, yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to explain to you what like how like what you're seeing versus what the stats are telling you could be different because Kobe going off for 60 and it's showing he shot 44% from the field is literally him missing. Like it would have looked greater if he shot 50%, but it's literally him missing 3 more shots. And it's like, does that really make him not look as good as if he, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter in that sense is what
it matters more that he took 50 shots, but that's not even the point because it was his last game. Like I don't care about that.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't make a difference. Where if I saw him take 50 shots in a game like this,
yeah, exactly. No, I know, but I'm just saying that numbers make it look like when you're watching it versus when you're like seeing someone miss 3 shots doesn't look like, oh my God, they have a horrible field goal percentage versus when you see the numbers and you're like, oh, he shot 44%. Like he missed 3, like if he would have made those 3 shots, it would have been 50%, then it wouldn't have looked as bad, is what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't make you think the player is less efficient or not. Like when you're watching it.
It depends on the volume. It completely depends on the volume.
Yeah.
If he's taking more than 15 shots a game, it matters a lot. But then again, a lot of guys nowadays don't take more than 15 shots a game because a lot of them they get their points from outside the arc, shit like that. Like very few guys are doing that, and when they do it in the playoffs. Like you don't see it in the regular season. Like Kobe was one of the last guys to really do. Like I guess Harden would be one of those guys that does that, and like Westbrook. But now they play together. Like I don't know. It's the list is actually shorter than you'd think of guys like that. But I bring up the stat line because he's shooting 35%, taking. Oh, why can't they just give me the total number? That's annoying. But he basically took 123 in 6 games, so you figure
19 point something, I think.
Yeah, something. That's what I was about to say. Like 20. I was about to say like 20. So he's taking like 20 shots a game. That's why it matters.
20. Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Like same thing with Kobe. If we go to Kobe, he's taking exactly 120 shots. So
that's 20 shots a game.
It's exactly 20 shots a game. He's shooting 40%.
Yeah.
Like nobody's even close to that number on the team. That's why for other guys, it doesn't matter. But for the guys who take the most volume, it matters greatly. Especially as we get closer to especially as we look at a guy like Durant too. We're getting closer to this era of where efficiency is starting to matter a lot. So just stuff to look at. But also, good to know that Powell occasionally did better than Kobe in his series. I know sometimes he gets shit on
Yeah.
for being soft and like being the biggest beta, but he carried him in this one. This is fucking solid.
If you watch that series, there's no way you Powell carried him. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't look at stats and say he carried him. Like if you watch the series, there's no way you're gonna say Powell carried Kobe.
I would say Powell is the MVP of this team, obviously.
Yeah, that's fine. That's I'm not gonna let my Kobe love get in the middle of this stuff.
I want to see, and if I can
Walking
do it,
right through.
I'm gonna edit it into the show. We're gonna get a countdown until you explode.
No,
see
it's
how
fine.
many crazy things I could say. Till
Look,
you finally lose.
It's just like right off my shoulder. I'm good.
We'll see.
Good. We're
All
up to the next series.
See, this is significantly better.
Now, I saw him dog them too. He literally ate them alive. I watched that.
Yeah, I bet you the highlights would look.
The highlights for the Thunder would look like that too, but the Thunder, for whatever reason, like Durant gave them a lot of trouble. Whether I don't know.
They had a nice core, especially the young guys. You know what I mean?
The Lakers or the Thunder.
The Thunder.
The Thunder, yeah.
Like they had a really nice young core with that was relatively focused on defense. Like they had Ibaka was doing a lot of work. The only guy who really wasn't playing hard defense was Harden at that point. But I don't even want to say that because
I don't even know if people were even calling him out.
You know what I mean? That's why. That's what I was about to say.
Because it's like that whole team was like a defensive team. So it's like it kind of like you didn't notice Harden's lack of defense until like he became a star by himself. Really. Because when I used to watch him, I never thought that like, oh, this guy's a horrible defender. And I feel like no one ever really pointed it out before he started becoming a star.
Yeah. But yeah, Kobe, they had complete control of this series. So,
yeah.
But I just wanted to pull some of the highlights up. This is like a really solid team. Like, we're going to get to when they made additions to this team. But like, all around, everybody on this team knows their role. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Which I've learned matters most.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because like a lot of people like to like mention how Kobe was a bad leader and stuff, but all these guys like genuinely like loved each other. I feel like when Lamar Odom had his situation like a couple of years later, like Kobe was there for him and Powell, and like obviously Powell's there for Kobe now. Even now, like he's like literally like his brother, like you know what I mean, like in terms of like for his kids and his wife and stuff. Like, they're like best friends. So
I see him on Instagram with his kids all the time.
Yeah,
but
that obviously matters, you know, like because and we saw in the bubble like how much it mattered, like the chemistry.
That's what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is this would be a team that would probably make it in the bubble further than you'd expect.
Yeah, I mean, not further than I'd expect, but yeah, further than most people.
Like from a talent perspective, though, because we talked about it before. Like from a talent perspective, this isn't like a big three unit. Like you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of consistent guys around Kobe and Powell.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the deal. So I think, and like you said, in terms of being like a strong like team unit, I think that would have helped in a situation like the bubble.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is the last championship they won up until.
Yeah, I know it's hard to like say that older generation players would have thrived in the bubble, but I can like 500% like say that Kobe would have thrived in that bubble. I don't care. Like if we say like you can't put them in these same circumstances, I personally could put Kobe in that circumstance, and I think he'd murder everybody. But whatever.
Wow, they're killing it on that fast break. They're just fast break these guys the fuck out of the gym. It seems like every time I'm looking at these highlights, it's a lot of like pass it to Ron Artest, layup. Yeah. I felt like I saw that play. Like,
but you see how he's an ass though? Like you missed that open layup for no reason. I used to get mad at that all the time. Stuff like that.
But obviously it was a sweep. Kobe 32, 5-5. 52% smashed. Like that. This is why the efficiency matters, because see how it took them 4 games instead of 6?
Yeah, but
Why
I
it
feel like
matters.
that OKC team was better than that Utah team though.
Oh, maybe
Personally,
that happens a lot in the playoffs, but that's my point. Is
because a
that
lot of people felt like Utah was always that team that it's just like it was like those one round and then they always got out in the second. Like you never saw Utah make a deep run.
yeah.
Or every time I saw that we were facing Utah, I was like, yes.
This
Just
Williams
easy
and
money.
Boozer was the poor man Stockton and Malone. They tried
Yeah.
to recreate it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, Millsap's in here, young man Millsap.
Yeah,
This must have been like his first good year. But is this who did they play in the conference finals?
Phoenix Suns. Yeah. Oh, that was
Kobe
amazing.
feasted. I don't even have to look. I want to guess. I want to guess. I'm not going to read the scores. I'm not even bothering. 36 a game. That's my guess. Oh,
34, 7, and 8.
He smashes the Suns every time.
Wow, he almost shot 50, 40, 90 in this game. Series.
That's what I'm saying. He always beats the shit out of the Suns.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I guess maybe like, go to game. We have to watch game 6. That the last minute, the last Nash 2 minutes of that game was just pure dominance.
Steve Nash must hate Kobe the way Reggie Miller hated Michael Jordan.
Why? Steve Nash beat him in a series twice.
No, but it was probably like he never made it to the finals with that Suns team. They never made it to the finals with the Suns team. And well, the Spurs too, right? It was between Kobe and the Lakers making it, or the Spurs making it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was always the Spurs or the Lakers that kind of kicked ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he could just never get over the hump. And I feel like history looks at him in a sad light because, A, the rules changed, and that made everybody be like, oh, he would have sucked. He wouldn't be the same without the rule changes, number one.
I feel like he's me personally, I look at him as a Hall of Famer and like a great player. He was a 2-time MVP.
Oh, go talk.
I think it's a bullshit. Like,
go talk to Shaq.
Yeah, I know.
People like
but
that.
Shaq's just a hater. We know Shaq is sensitive.
The fucked up thing is, I would agree with you that Shaq's a hater, but his points are incredibly valid.
Yeah,
that's
because his main overall point is, you look at me, you look at Kobe, and then you look at Nash, and there's it's weird that he has 2 MVPs and we don't, because it's just fucking true. Like, there's no way you could say that Steve Nash deserved 2 MVPs over Kobe and Shaq when you've seen their dominance. It's like, but I digress.
This
is me being calm.
This was
you don't want to see you don't want to see the game 6 of the Suns.
Could Kobe going off against the Suns be because of those MVPs he missed out on because of Nash?
You think it was motivation juice? Is that what you're saying?
Could be.
Are you implying motivation juice?
Maybe.
Nah, I think especially like during that time, he was on some bullshit. He was just like, yo, I need to win this 5th ring. Like, I think he was motivated more so to pass Shaq. I think that was like his big motivation. Because he said it later on. He's like, the biggest thing about the 5th ring was I could always tell Shaq that I got one more than him.
Well, he said it to Shaq's face.
Yeah, I know. And it's awesome because it's true. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Oh, let me get through the promo. It should annoys the hell out of me. It's like, oh, let's see all the drama heading into the playoff game. Or you could just show me the fucking highlights, which is what I clicked on. All right. Kobe doing all kinds of business.
Yeah, he was on closeout mode. I was at my friend's house during this time, and I was talking so much shit to his brothers, I think. Or his brother. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, watch what Kobe's about to do to these guys. Because they were rooting for the Suns like crazy. I don't know why. They just didn't like the Lakers. And me and Ashmo were going crazy for Kobe. And Kobe just closes this game out. But like the way he does it is just like, he shitted on them for no reason. Like, it was like unnecessary the way he did it. Like, he did a fadeaway jump shot on 2 defenders and then slapped the coach's ass to let him know, like, peace. Like,
is that in the 4th?
Yeah, it's in the fourth quarter, probably like minute.
I remember the post game from this. I knew that sounded familiar because I remember the post game from this, and Charles Barkley saying, "You want him as a defender to take these shots. These are bad shots."
Yes, 100%. And it was double teamed.
Yeah,
he literally
we're
faded.
thinking right now. This is the end of the third. You're seeing the two defenders come, and he's just like,
"No, it's not this one." Well, it's in the fourth though.
Yeah,
but I'm talking. Oh,
it happens multiple times.
Okay. My bad. I was talking about the situation. Like he slaps his ass and then does the little jet thing, and he was just being such an asshole, and I loved it.
No, yeah, I remember that.
It was like it just fueled me because I was like an asshole at that time, and I was just talking so much shit to Ashmo's brothers. Yeah, it was just happening all together, like in synchrony. It was the best.
Phoenix had no, like, they had Raja Bell and Kobe destroyed them. Ooh, young Goran Dragic. Yeah. They
still
had,
to this day, he's wondering who that guy is.
They have Jason Richardson, Leandro Barboza, and like Jared Dudley, I think, at this point. And who else on this team that can't guard Kobe? Channing Frye.
They are all lubrication.
Yeah, pretty much. It's surprising. What is that cheap shot?
Well, no, Jared Dudley too. They had Dudley. Dudley used to get, like, before he was like just being benched on the Lakers and watching the Lakers win a championship, he was getting smoked by Kobe.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Yeah, he I think he mentioned multiple times, like, he was just like, Kobe, I just wouldn't know what to do, and it made sense because what the fuck would he ever do? Like, I remember Kobe put him on his ass once. I used to love when Kobe faced the Suns. I didn't even know they had beef like that. But they deserve all of this. Yeah. You want to know what's like? I can't even remember because I remember at that time, like, I didn't feel like this game was that close when I was watching it because I was talking all my shit because I knew it was over. Like, that's the craziest part. Looking at this, like, from this perspective.
Look at this. Wait, let's go back.
Oh, this is it. I think this is about to happen. It's about to happen.
Well, I want to see right before it happens. I want to see this stat line. This is how much they were winning in this game. Suns put up 14 points and started a comeback into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Lakers 0 to 14 in the paint.
That they were going to lose. Okay.
They were up. They're still winning in the game. Mm-hmm. Still up by 3. So this is when Kobe's really got to go into closeout mode.
Yeah. It's about to happen. Oop. Yeah, come help out. Whoop.
Yeah, there it comes. Bang.
Hey, wait, yo, please show it. You can't. I didn't just talk about.
He's gonna. Yeah, oh my God, he does it more than one time.
I didn't.
This is what I keep trying to explain.
No, that was the shot, though. I know that was.
It wasn't. He does that same shot 2 times in a row. I'm trying to explain this to you. He literally dominates that whole side of the court the entire game.
I don't know, man. I think that was the shot.
I literally just saw it. The fast third quarter that we just watched. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I know, but yeah,
I'm complimenting that you're right. You're still telling me I'm wrong.
That was when he was in demon mode. Oh wait, no, this is the shot. Look, watch, whoop, and then he's gonna slap his ass. It should show him slapping his ass.
Oh, it doesn't, because it didn't happen. I know which game you're talking about, and it's this game, and it doesn't happen yet.
Does he do it 2 straight times? Does he really do it 2 straight times? That's
yes.
Godly. That's godly.
Watch, look. How do I know this and you don't? Look. Here's the fucking look. He's gonna get the ball right here. They're gonna try to double him again because they don't know what to fucking do.
No,
doesn't matter.
This is when he slaps his ass. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought it was on the double.
How do I know this more than you do? That's what I don't understand.
I thought he did it on the double team. It was probably because I went crazy during the double.
Probably because your heart fucking lies to you, which is the point of this whole bringing it all.
What are you talking about? That was literally
full circle.
That was a minute span.
Your heart changes the way you remember this, and I remember it because I hated Kobe, and I remembered each one of these moments.
That was a minute span. I
remember watching this. Just going,
he literally laughs at him. He's like calling timeout and just smiling, like the coach. Like he was like, I can't do anything about it. Like I gotta just call timeout. That's hilarious, man.
What do you call it? Awesome. I just remember him completely dominating on that side of the floor the entire game, like that camera angle. Because he killed them. They just ran. Phil's coaching the team, right?
Yeah.
So they're running triangle, and that's like they're just ISOing Kobe, and that was the game plan.
Pure dominance.
That was he completely iced it in the fourth quarter after the Suns almost came back on them.
Yeah.
But now we get to one of my favorite NBA finals of all time.
Yeah.
The 2010 NBA Finals is an all-time classic. Like, now I can say that with 10 years of hindsight.
Yeah.
This was fucking awesome. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Yeah, that was a back and forth series all the way through.
I was rooting hard for Boston, right? I loved their team.
Yeah.
What was their record? Hold on. Because they had a pretty good record in the postseason, I was pretty sure.
Boston?
Yeah. I thought they did. Maybe I'm bugging out. 6. Nobody took them 7, right? Yeah.
No.
They made it through 6. Pretty much the same thing as the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like a relatively dominant.
I think we had 2 more games, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We had 2 more games. The Celtics had 2 more games.
Yeah, 2 more games.
But pretty much made their way there with relative ease.
Yeah.
And this was the series everybody wanted to see. The 08 champion versus the 09 champion. And Kobe Redemption Series.
Yeah.
Because this was one of the worst moments of Kobe's career, watching them win that championship. And now it was time for revenge. Because KG was hurt in 09, so Lakers could beat the Magic.
Yeah.
And so that brings us here. And this was so fun. But he had a rough series against us, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, like, I mean, you had Tony Allen, Ray Allen, like you guys had people who could guard.
Phoenix. The exact opposite.
Yeah, you guys had perimeter guys to guard him for sure.
Yeah,
even Paul Pierce. You throw Paul Pierce in there sometimes too.
No, yeah, our guys, and he loves to say that Tony Allen's one of the hardest guys that's ever gone against him, Kobe himself. And then look, they're bringing the same double teams for whatever it's worth. There's 2 guys in all of these shots.
Yeah.
I don't know when did they change that?
This is why he was my god. Like,
yeah,
it was just like, you can't tell, like, no one could tell me shit. I don't care about efficiency or none of that shit. You watch a guy do this in the NBA Finals for 2 straight years, there's no way no one could tell you shit. You can't tell me that this guy is not the greatest shit you ever seen.
I just looked at it as like,
oh, I understand why you're like,
ball to the highest extent. If when you look up hero ball in the dictionary, there's like Kobe Bryant's face like this. Like,
fine.
He is the major proponent of like all the anything that like stupid happens in today's basketball when it comes to inefficiency. It stems back to this man, and that's how I felt back in the day a lot. Like they used to drive me crazy whenever I would see him take a shot over a double team and it would go in. I'd be like, great, that's just motivation for him to take another stupid shot.
But
that's always how I would take it.
It's different when you can do it though. Like
it didn't matter. It didn't matter at the time. Fucking
well, yeah, I can understand, but
especially because look at my team, right? I'm following the Celtics.
Yeah.
No one on the team is scoring more than 20 points a game.
Well, Paul Pierce wasn't he?
What? I'm pretty sure he was like right under.
He was averaging over the like.
I gotta look.
20 mid.
I know he did in the series.
Low 20s.
I know in the series. Like in this series. Oh no! I'm right.
He didn't.
That's what.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I was always surprised with the Finals MVP in him. Because I was like, because I remember looking at those series numbers and being like, eh.
Oh wow, he wasn't.
But yeah, 18 points per game. That's what I thought. I feel like KG was probably the closest to get to 20, but I was pretty sure that they were all
in that series or just in general.
Just for the season. Yeah. There we go. No, Paul Pierce was closest. Nobody had above.
Yeah, I know. Paul Pierce was like supposed to be their main scorer.
Yeah. Nobody had 20.
Supposed to be. What?
Yeah. Well, because you had like when it comes to clutch shots, like you had Ray Allen there.
True. And Paul Pierce was big on that though.
Yeah, they were both very clutch, so it was like it was very dangerous to have to deal with this team.
But as a fan, honestly, when the ball was in any three of those guys' hands at the end of the game, you felt extremely comfortable.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching any kind of closeout situation, I was always like, no team except for this team, honestly. Like the Lakers and LeBron was the only other team I really worried about because you guys had the one guy that could out tough mentally those three guys in Boston. Because that's what they were bringing. They were like, at the end of the fourth quarter, have fun trying to fucking go up against this. We are fucking you guys up the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like it was that was as physical as it got. And then Rondo there, considering what we know now, and he was just being shaped and molded by KG.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just made for a lethal combo. When you add Perk also, that starting five was the most dominant starting five statistically that season. I remember that.
That is a fact.
When they had all five guys.
I'm not going to lie, when I used to watch the games and like root against them, the main person I feared in your team was Paul Pierce.
Really?
Because he always made big shots too, and it pissed me off. It was like, because I liked him. I like when he was going against LeBron, I would go crazy. I was like, give it to Paul Pierce so he could dog this dude.
For me, when the Heat got Ray Allen, that like broke my heart because I was like, we're never going to be the same again.
Yeah.
Because to me, Ray Allen was the guy I wanted the ball. If I had to pick one guy out of those three, I'd say I want Ray Allen the most. But that shot from KG, that was like my favorite, like the elbows to your forehead, over the head.
His little mid-range?
Yeah, that mid-range shot, beautiful.
Yeah, that was
fell in love with that shit. But
on point.
But this
KG
is not
is
about
one of my favorite people to use in 2K.
Yeah. That was a big reason.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that, boy. Fuck out of here with that little shit.
Kobe's
and then Kobe with the little I think in this game he does the one-handed alley. Like they throw him like Derek Fisher throws him a horrible pass. And freaking Kobe catches it with one hand coming off the baseline, and he throws it in and it like rolls. It was like the craziest shot I've ever seen him make.
But
because it was like there's no reason he should have made it, but he was just on point.
This is just game one. I just wanted to show a little bit of highlights before we get right into the nitty gritty, which is game 7.
Yeah.
A classic game 7, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Because this game, I'll be honest, to me, I really thought we had this entire thing in the bag. We were doing really well in the series.
Yeah. You've clearly
didn't we go up 3-2? Didn't we go up 3-2 here?
Yeah, you went up 3-2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We went up 3-2. Yeah. So, and it was like, and then Perkins gets hurt at the end of this game, or the middle or the end of this game.
It might have been in the third quarter of this game.
6 minutes, 30 seconds.
Oh, okay, so it was the first quarter.
Beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And that completely changes the entire dynamic of the whole series. That literally changed the whole series. Because our rim protection, I didn't understand how much Kendrick Perkins meant because I was like, KG will just rim protect. Like, he's only one of the greatest rim protectors at his position ever. Like, I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But holy shit. That changed the whole series. And then we were winning at the end of the third quarter. Like, going into the third quarter, I'm almost positive we were up.
Yeah, you were up there, like almost. I'm pretty sure. I know at one point in the third quarter you were up 13 points because Paul Pierce hit a shot, open 3. That's when I kicked my friend out. You guys were winning by 13 points. So I know for a fact that you guys were winning.
Yeah.
Oh, look. So Kobe. So y'all were up 4 going into that quarter.
Yeah.
But is there any way to look at I swear y'all were up by 13 at one point. I kicked my friend.
No, we're gonna get to the game highlights. So let's go to this.
Yeah. And look, you see that 1-3 he hit? That was the 3 that made my friend get the fuck out. Like, fuck that. That shit got me so mad when he hit that 3. Oh, they're gonna show it. Actually, they're gonna show the 3 here. I know they are. That has to be a highlight.
Just like I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna hurt my soul now just as much as it did then.
Oh no, it doesn't. It didn't hurt my soul. It doesn't hurt my soul now. I know what happens. But then, oh my god, I wanted to cry. That when I've never felt a shot so much in my life. Like I literally wanted to cry so bad.
But this is like the most classic Game 7. And I say that because shooting efficiency in the toilet.
Yeah.
Lots of misses.
Ooh, you saw Powell right there?
Yeah. I don't know if you know this. Powell, good at basketball.
Yeah.
Good at the game.
He's
fucking, big lob, sexual lob to Kevin Garnett. That's what I like.
Yeah.
But we were doing really well. And I was like, nice, we're going to win this. Fuck you, Kobe. Like, tell me how my ass tastes. Part 2. Fucking.
Yeah. Wow. Artest almost got that too.
Yeah. Well, see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Perk, you injured, right? You injured and you over there bitching. Get out of here. Pussy. Look, whoop. Can't guard me.
Can't guard me. Guard me better.
Yeah, guard me
Let's
better.
move up.
Facts. I used to say that shit to people all the time. Guard me better.
Oh, we moved way too far.
Oh, wow. What the hell happened? How did it jump that much?
Yeah, I was like, I moved halfway through the video. We're already halfway through the 4th. How did we get here?
Like, we were in the first quarter. Like,
Is this? This is Derek Fisher. I was like, is this the 3?
Yeah. Which 3? Oh, the 3 that we're thinking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to see that. Oh, okay. Maybe it's right. Yeah, right there. Bang. That one. Are you up 13? Oh, it's not 13. It's 9. My bad. But
still, though.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I knew y'all were up a good amount because I was like ready to cry when he did that. My friend just randomly started laughing.
Rasheed Wallace. I forgot Rasheed Wallace on this team. Hitting post bank shots.
Yeah. That was an aggressive ass team.
Not for nothing. This is like the last season where the post is super relevant.
Kobe's 200 pounds soaking wet and you just fell on the floor.
You hear what I said to you?
What'd you say?
I said this is the last season where like the post up game is super relevant and can get you to the championship.
Yeah.
Like both these teams are pretty post centric.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be fucking phased out. Like over the course of the next 3-4 years. Like next season it's Dallas, Miami, is it not?
Yes. Yeah.
So we're right in that era. It totally changes after this.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy when you think about it.
I mean, so then you get Dwight. Dwight is in 2013 when he comes to Lakers, so you still got a little bit of some of big man action there. I think it's more so like
he was never a post up guy. He tried, but he was still a pick and pop guy even at that time, or pick and roll guy. But and like he had one little running hook post move, but that was it. Nobody considered him post up. People were pissed about his lack of a post up game.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it's interesting. And yeah, we'll get to 2013 in a minute, but this is what pissed me off. I was like, "Well, I cannot believe that it's." And in hindsight, it seems to be Doc Rivers' MO, huh?
No, you can't blame this. This is not.
We talked about that, but we talked about that when we were doing the Clippers stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm not blaming it on Doc Rivers, but it is interesting. That's all I'm saying is that it's interesting. I'm not blaming this one on Doc Rivers as much as I'm blaming it on Kendrick Perkins' injury. I really think that changed everything.
You think Kendrick Perkins was the big factor change?
No, that's my thing.
Listen to me. When I was a kid, no, I didn't. I was shocked. I was shocked. But look at the score. He went out in the first quarter of Game 6, and you guys smashed us, right? The Lakers totally smashed the Celtics, and then this game.
Yeah, but Perkins wouldn't have. He wouldn't have made a difference. Yeah, we beat you by 30. Like Perkins was not going to change a 30.
No, in this game though, he would have made a huge difference.
Sure, I guess. I don't know. Like, I just feel like you can't. Like, I mean, I guess you can do that because that was a point that I wanted to make because we've mentioned this before that in series we've said like the same shit with Kawhi. Like this is why it's weird that you're telling me this. Like, you feel like Perkins was a big deal, but with Kawhi, you're like, nah, bro, he had to do it. And then it's like, oh, wait. I understand you're a Celtics fan, and
but it's not. It's
I can understand that and appreciate it.
Kendrick Perkins, but this is the big dig. The fucking
is Kendrick Perkins KD?
No, he's not even Kawhi Leonard. That's my point. That's my point. That's why I was so shocking and glaring to me in the moment, because I was like, it shouldn't have mattered. To your point, I don't like doing that at all. I hate doing it, and that's exactly my point. I've never seen a role player do so much damage to a team, or like being lost. He was like, and now that I know Kendrick Perkins' personality a little bit, like, because he's been on TV and whatnot, I can kind of see how he fit on this team and how losing him would be devastating. Yeah. Like, they all fit like a glove.
You want to know what's super crazy? This series is what made me, like, I always felt like Powell was a pussy, and still, like,
Ron, bang, bang.
Yeah. And still to this day, I kind of feel like he still is. But this series is what made me just give him all the respect in the world. Because him seeing what he did in this Game 7, like, because I remember watching it, and I was like just so happy to have Powell. And then Ron attest too. I was just like, I don't know what got into you, Ron, but thank you. I appreciate it. How close
this game was at the end. It's ridiculous. Like, one of the best. We said it already, but one of the best series of all time.
Yeah. And look at how, like, but this is like true basketball fan. Like, this is a game for like a true basketball fan who wants to see this. Like, it's a 80-point game. Like 80.
Do you think
only 80 points?
I have a question. Do you think someone who like got into basketball watching like the Warriors would watch this and go, "This is fucking boring"? What do you think? Because I think maybe
younger kids. I could see like a 13-year-old saying that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because we saw this.
They're like, no threes. Like, you're not shooting threes. Like. I
mean, they are, but
but not as much. And it's also like they're playing way more defense. This is a way more like defensive game for sure. Yeah.
Yo, Rondo hitting that 3 in the corner though.
Yeah, I was so mad when he did that. I was just like, you don't make shit, and then you have the nerve.
Rondo, he passed the ball into the hoop, obviously, especially back then.
And I was scared when he was shooting these free throws.
Oh yeah, like, well, look at it. Look at his face. He looks nervous as fuck.
And he swishes both of them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, he's like, listen, if I don't make these, Kobe's gonna kill my whole family.
Yeah, no, Kobe would have freaking slaughtered him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would have been not good.
Yeah,
but
like that was the part, because I didn't trust him at all, and he swishes both of them like nothing, and I was like,
but I think this game is absolutely, in hindsight, an end of an era. Number one. And number two, kind of the death of post-up basketball in the NBA, like being like a point where you could post up and go to a championship. And I really think we should note that now that I'm thinking about it, because it's important as fuck. League totally changes after this. Like, so it's not like we have any transition.
I mean, even the Spurs. Wait, I gotta think. I feel like we gotta go actually look at teams during this time.
Because Spurs were way more about ball movement than post-up scoring.
I know. That's why I was thinking of the Spurs.
And the Heat were drive and penetrate.
Yeah, but LeBron.
Dirk in 2011, that was it.
Yeah, but LeBron in 2013, that's when he like developed his post game. Like that's when he started.
Developed, like, it wasn't really like
he definitely
in 2018 he needed it. Why because
LeBronto shoot that shot again.
Like when he was doing LeBronto stuff, like that's a definitive post game. But in 2013, it was all about drive and kick. You know what I mean?
Yo, bro, I literally feel like I'm in that day again. Like from that moment, yo, I swear to God, I feel it, because I remember how happy.
Is this your favorite game ever as a fan?
My favorite game?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, because it was an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I was so up and down. It was a
comeback win, and
like, yeah,
it's just tough.
I was definitely an emotional roller coaster for me. And then I had to apologize to my friend like 5 minutes after this. It's just like, bro, you shouldn't have done that, but you could come back if you want.
You go back if you want. The Lakers have won.
Yeah, we're
I'm
champions now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be popping champagne in your eyeballs.
Kobe has like 5 of these things. I'll tell you one thing though. It never, in my mind, that was definitely not Kobe's last championship in my head. I thought he was gonna go to like. It was
That's
just
super. That's a super great point to note because I didn't think so either.
That window closed, and it was just like
nothing. Like because we're gonna talk about it. Sorry, we're gonna talk about it, but he's gonna get other opportunities to get there. He's gonna get there, and it's just like he's got the skill for another 2 or 3 more years definitively, right?
Yeah.
Because the 2013, right? So it's 3 more years. So he had opportunities, and the team tried to build stuff around him. But yeah, like you said, it's amazing how fast that window closed.
Yeah.
And like I was saying about the post-up game and like scoring from the post, it was over. When it was over, it was fucking over.
Yeah.
Roy Hibbert went from being dominant to being out of the fucking league.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, like literally from like, because I think Roy Hibbert was the thing in 2013.
Yeah.
And maybe 2014, and then after that, he was just gone.
And I'm not saying like he would have been good if post-up play was still there, but as a defender, he would have made a roster.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was unrosterable because of his game had just totally been phased out.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I wanted to bring up, and here's something that doesn't get talked about enough in Kobe's career. He sucked from a shooting perspective in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Totally sucked. But I think I want to look at his rebounding numbers in the second half specifically, because somewhere in the second half, I think he just like made a point to go out and grab rebounds. Yeah, he's got 8 defensive rebounds in the second half.
Yeah.
Because his shot still wasn't falling, but he made all his free throws, and I'm pretty sure most of those are in the fourth.
Yeah.
And we saw him, but
you saw a lot of them for sure.
That's what a champion does.
Yeah, you just adjust.
Yeah. And that shows more than anything that even though his game, he's a natural scorer and he'll always think to score first and take shots first, like he wanted to win more than anything.
Yeah.
And I think that shit deserves to fucking be noted.
Yeah, and another thing, and I know it sounds so, it might even sound weird, but
yeah,
like the fact that his team scored so many, like this, not so many points, but like other people like got established in the game, obviously, because Ron Artest or Meta World Peace, had like over 20 points, and I think didn't power.
He was Ron Artest at this point. This thing's just fucking with me. He was still Ron Artest.
Oh yeah.
I saw his jersey. It said Artest. I feel better.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But like he had to have let the offense like run, because he wasn't passing, because I know he only had 2 assists for the whole game. Yes. So it was like he was trusting his teammates. Like, and I mean, he passed it around a test at the very end. But granted, he wanted the ball back when he passed it to him. Like, he passed it to him, and even me, I was like, pass that shit back. And then he literally like did a little step thing and shot, and I'm like, what is your problem? And then he made it. I was like, let's go.
You used to have me dying with that, because you would be like, you in the middle of games, like no matter what, you'd be like, "Oh, Kobe, all right, good pass to Meadow. All right, now pass that shit back to Kobe immediately." Good.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Always. And when Kobe would take bad shots, I would almost always like bitch about it. I'd be like, "Come on, Kobe," and then he'll make it, and then I'll be like, "All right, I gotta shut up."